Hello, this is now part 4 of this Minecraft Let's Play. The previous part we began the building of the house and continued with the setup of the farm. Though we didn't really do much there. So, this part, we're probably going to finish the house, do some more farming. The pigs are just for food. And they're easier to stack up than cows. I do still feel kind of bad about having them all shoved in there. The chickens are fine. No matter how many you put in one place, they're still just as well. One problem I do have is don't really have a reliable source of seeds. I am being killed by something. Ah, crap. If it wasn't for this, I'd probably... I'm tempted to set up for future stuff, but that is just so far away that there's no point. There we go. Alright, so... guess we're just going to continue with the house. Sorry about that. There was something with my recording that interests me. How shall we do this, though? Immediately messed it up. Okay, so going there, there. That's not going to work. How did I end up with an odd number? I mean, yeah, odd. 3, 4, 5, 6. How is this centering in one point? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How is this possible? We started with 2 even numbers, subtracted 2 even numbers, and now we're at an odd number. Sometimes I feel like an idiot. Okay, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So subtract 2 tens from 30... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. God damn it. I counted this multiple times. Yeah, there is an extra block. God damn it. I mean, we were here. We counted it twice. Somehow still messed up. Glass should really be a lot faster to break. I've actually broken a lot of glass. Once growing up, there was an abandoned house and we just went around with a bat. It's not that hard to break. It's actually kind of fun. I can understand why vandalism is a thing. It was a weird house. basically, it was a surprisingly nice house, but they built it too close to a river that overflowed and took part of the foundation with it. Well, not the foundation of the house, but like one corner of the yard had been completely flowed away by water. It was a fun place. We hung out there a couple of times. When I was growing up, it was near a friend's house. Surprisingly, never ran into any trouble there. There are definitely other groups that hung out there, but we only came close to running into them once, and never actually saw one another, thankfully. I doubt anything good ever happened in that house. We're probably the best thing that ever happened there. Just hanging out and doing stupid shit. Shit. So right now we're after like day 4 of E3. It was definitely subpar from what I expected, but there was some good stuff. Crap. For example, Back 4 Blood looks great. That's from the Microsoft and Bethesda showcase. It's a new game by Turtle Beach. It's like, clearly they couldn't get back... Well, Valve doesn't seem interested in making more games, and apparently weren't willing to sell the IP, so understandably. Not like they're the bad guys for not doing something positive for people, but negative for them. They're just being a business. But apparently they couldn't get back the rights for Left 4 Dead, so they just went ahead and apparently made their own. You can see several characters. Like, it's interesting. For example, stuff like the charger isn't in it. That's pretty clear what it is. We currently have 4. 12. That should be enough. Like, it's pretty clear what game it came from. But they did reuse stuff like the boomer, which is a more common trope in zombie games. It's interesting, like, other people copying you made it easier for you to copy yourself later on. Probably not something they thought about. It's probably very frustrating when other people use their setup for monsters, but now, bet they're thankful. Though, I gotta be honest, for me, the special infected were never a big part of Left 4 Dead. I much prefer fighting hordes that die easily. That's a lot more interesting to me than one character that wipes you on its own. Like the Witch or the tank. Like, with the upgrade, it's just, with the better systems around now, I just hope they increase the zombie count. Instead of just adding more boss characters. Couple seconds. There are drowned in here. Wonder if there's... I guess there's a way to light up the water. Oh boy, that guy has a trident. I wonder if I should build a seawall. That might be interesting. Like a port. Just have one place where they can't actually climb up themselves, but you can. That's a lighter idea. I've been thinking of setting like a directed part, by which point we should be somewhere. Like part 10, part 20. Part 20 seems a bit too far for what I'm planning on doing. Like, it shouldn't take me 20 parts to beat the Ender Dragon. I mean, 20 hours to beat the Ender Dragon would be ridiculous. Sorry, I was checking something with the audio file. In any case, but yeah, 20 hours would be too much. I'm thinking 10 parts would be reasonable, but by then I'd planning on moving to another game for a time. Maybe I should just do Minecraft 3 times in a row. That would work. Then move on to a different game. Once I've exhausted everything I want to do here. Basically, the plans right now are Ender Dragon, Wither, Elder Guardian, and then just an achievement hunt to perfect Minecraft on the Xbox. And I've done this too far. 1 second. Went a bit too extreme with what I'm doing. So, yeah. Don't think you can make pains in your hand. So as far as Twitch goes, I'm planning on continuing to doing what I'm doing right now, at least for a while. In retrospect, it doesn't really need, I don't really need, a capture card if this is an option. And so far, I'm thinking I might actually run real streams on the weekend and just do capture streams during the week. Feel like that might work. Probably have a lot of well, a lot is very generous, but some confused people. Though let's be realistic, probably no confused people. But you know, if anyone comes across this, it's certainly not a style that I've heard of from before, and I only saw mentioned once on Reddit, surprisingly. You'd think with how many budget YouTubers there are, one would have, like, seen this as a possibility. It's not a bad capture system. Like, besides the fact that it limits you to 16 days to download what you already have, it's not unreasonable. Alright, so here's the question. Am I moving from both sides or just one? I think it's just one, right? Brace yourselves, we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be real now. By real, I mean the correct number. Going back to bed. We'll do a full harvest tomorrow. I do feel kind of bad for the random 1 or 2 people that might come across this and be confused by why someone's running this with no mic on a stream. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Probably shouldn't cut those, but I'm being unreasonable. The idea is to do a full harvest. Besides, if you're actually harvesting an actual farm, sometimes you will harvest things that are too early. I should not have done that. Immediately fucked it up. I feel like what I'm doing right now would be dope if I actually liked carrots. I don't mind them pickled, but raw, it's just such a weird flavor. Going back to E3, I actually found something out that somehow I never come across. I didn't know that ESO was Skyrim-style combat. To be honest, I'm still not sure if it actually is. I see gameplay of it in the style of an actual MMO, and other times I see gameplay in the style of Skyrim. Or I guess it would be of the Elder Scrolls franchise. And that would actually interest me. Like, that could be a game to stream. MMO is interesting. Been a while since I've played one. I played old school RuneScape a couple months back. Lost an account, or I forgot to log in, started another one, then did it a third time. Can't really do it again because, you know, three-peat. It's not like it's a particularly enjoyable game. It is great busy work, though. Which I'm sort of a fan of. Also, once you find a way to make a lot of money easily, you can get everything you need at least for the first 60 levels. If you're wondering, sell bones at the Grand Exchange. People will always want to buy them. And you'll sell them for good money for what it is. One downside is your prayer will never go up. But then, by that point, you're the person buying the bones for way too much money. Which is, you know, when you're rich, you pay other people to do things you don't want to do, and then eventually they do, if that actually worked. In reality, the person at the bottom just never gets to move up, because the entire thing is sort of set to work like that. Really? The upside of this setup I learned. And the downside. Come on, please don't get out. Thank you. Get in. Please. Please. You little shit, get in here. Come on, man. Come on. There we go. Well, aren't you cute? That worked. God damn it. Come on. Yes. Yes. For God's sake. Okay, here we go. Really? Come on, give me a chance. Come inside. Come inside. Faint of heart, don't watch this. You live here now. That's just what you do. I don't want to see you again. We are back where we started 20 minutes ago. And now we shall do what I was thinking. Huh. Alright, so birchwood and dark oak. Damn it. Alright, so gonna do them in layers. Let's go ahead and do this first so we're not stuck there. Something I didn't consider so far. Came up with topics, forgot I'm not good at bringing up topics in conversation. So yeah, didn't think that one through. I think I'll just end up reading them beforehand, just to have them in mind. I kind of hate how that looks, but we're just going to go with it. Can always fix it later. Okay, that made it better. Actually did. But we're going to need more birch. That was Hoenn Regents Professor, I believe. right? Yeah. He was May's dad if you played, like I imagine a lot of people played. It was interesting. By the third game, they'd already made one where the female character was the canon one. Even though technically yes and no. But yeah, she was definitely more canon than Lucas was. As the son of the gym leader. Hoenn was definitely my favorite region growing up. I'm not going to do that. Like, that's the one I actually watched. I ended up watching some of Diamond and Pearl, but fell off eventually. Don't really have any strong feelings about Pokemon, which is something that sadly you don't see often online. Like, hey, it's a children's RPG for 5 years and up. There's no reason to get as intense as people get about it. Like, no matter what they do or what they add, children are the priority. That is their primary market. Maybe, maybe not. It's perfectly possible that more adults play, but the reason adults play is because children played at one point. Like, there is a limit to how much you can poke others people's nostalgia without making nostalgia for the new people. What should I make? I'm gonna try both. Okay, so here we have the birch door and the dark oak door. Just because I really don't want to do the oak door. Dark oak looks better. For now. Right? Yeah, it looks good. But due to the awkward number of doors, I'm now going to need to make more. And I need more wood. Thankfully, there's no shortage of dark oak. I feel like if they keep implementing trees like that, eventually they're going to have to add vein manning at one point or another. Well, it will kind of ruin the relaxed version of just vanilla Minecraft, which I guess this technically isn't. But just a basic Minecraft. Like, to be fair, I doubt many people on PC play vanilla Minecraft a lot. Like, there's so much stuff to do. I'm sitting here looking for the things already made. I do want to someday play the PC stuff, but I don't think I'd be able to record it right now. Inwards, let's open outwards. So outer doors are supposed to open outwards, correct? No, inwards. Yes, inwards. Emergency exits open outwards, but like actual doors, you want to be able to stand on it and stop people from coming in, if that is what you wish to do. I think this is now day 5 of just building the house, which I'm sure you'll agree is a very key point in getting to the Ender Dragon. They've upgraded to walking on land. As long as they leave me alone, I have no reason to mess with them. What am I going to do with all the spare doors? Also, I'm pretty sure I already filled up the scrap chest. Now, here's the question. How stupid are we going to be about the roof? Like, there are so many levels of stupid we could do, but I'm not sure how stupid I'm willing to go. Gonna do some stairs. Go ahead and get a supply of the 3 woods. dig through this short birch, not birch, dark oak. Just call it blackwood for now. Seen the stuff about the new Battlefield 2042. To me, it looks fantastic, but I feel like people have already set their opinions one way or the other. Mostly because it has no single player. Which surprises me, because let's be honest, a lot of people don't play single player in those games. Though, on the plus side, there is going to have the effect where people are going to claim that Battlefield 5 was better for having a campaign, which is interesting strategy if that is the intention. Personally, I did like that game. I thought the outrage of it being bad was overblown and based on things that ultimately shouldn't have mattered to the people who were complaining. Though it did cause me to see people commenting things that I had never considered someone could think. For example, there were people out there who legitimately believed that playing through World War games was somehow respectful. That really surprised me. Like, you think recreating brutal wars for your entertainment is respectful. Like, I saw multiple comments taking that idea. It was very surprising, honestly. Like, I doubt you'll see a lot of World War II veterans that have a problem with how media-centric the war has been. But it's not respectful to play through it. Just isn't. I think a blackwood roof would look good, but a birch one would look good too. Some birch stairs and some darkwood stairs. We'll make some dirt stairs too. Surprised that hasn't been a thing. Dirt stairs. Huh, where do we start? Get rid of these. Fuck. That is the downside of stairs. Well. Really? How about from here? There we go. That's how that looks. And over here we'll do this test. Actually, I feel like I might have done a disservice here. I forgot that awnings could be made. Stairs are definitely the block in this game, used the least for its primary purpose. Like, I think the only person I've ever seen use stairs for stairs outside of building a house for stairs, like building a second story to the house, is Jack Patillo using it in his mines for time management. Huh. Well, that's a new perspective. I should fill this in. I think that looks better, but this wood looks better. I think that's what I'm going to go with. This house should be done by the time we're done. Like, I doubt I take more than 30 minutes to put on a roof. That'll be part 4. Might actually this time spend more time thinking about what part 5 is going to be. Maybe mapping out goals. Probably be a good idea. The plan of just get to the Ender Dragon at some point, it's going to take a very long time if we don't have some direction. But how to make... That's how it works. So, bottom of the block. Definitely gonna need more than 60. And then on the sides, it can be birch. I'm a genius. And on the inside, too. Like, I'll make the actual inside bars birch, too. Definitely overcomplicated this, but I actually need this for a thumbnail. Planning on taking screenshots so the Minecraft's... Well, so the thumbnails look more professional. I've read some stuff on how Let's Plays should look to interest people to watch. And while, to be honest, people watching isn't really one of my priorities. But it would be nice if they did. Like, as long as I get editing practice and speaking practice, I don't really mind. But if it became something, it would be nice. Because, you know, if you're going to do something, it'd be nice if someone enjoyed it. Oh, boy. There really isn't a reasonable way to make it. I guess there is. Multi-level ladder. There's no reason it couldn't be. This not goes up. Problem is going to be digging down from where it is. Also, didn't bring enough birch blocks to complete it. Guess I'll do another level. And then go mine both. Haven't played Sea of Thieves in a while, but I saw the Captain Jack Sparrow expansion. I feel like that might become a thing. Maybe not a positive... Well, I think the general consensus is one way. Already. It is nice. I think it is the actual actor. But I'm not sure. It'd be nice if it was. Well, there has always been, like, some commentary on what he was portraying. But it's kind of weak. Those were great movies. The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean. There definitely should have been 3. The last 2 haven't been fantastic, and the points has been kind of questionable. But the original trilogy was fantastic. Like, I don't think it's very appreciated, even though, you know, this is underappreciated. It's kind of bullshit statement. But they were really good movies. Way better than they should have been. Like a cash grab Disney ride movie should not have been what it became. Only playing one-handed right now. I'll finish mine as a string and go to bed. The house is looking nice. I'm still not sure about the pattern walls, but I'll rethink it. That is a lot of zombies. Right. I left the door open. Way up is this way, but we're actually mining wood. Gonna need more axes. I might be out of cobblestone. That'd be terrible. We are out of cobblestone. So now we're gonna need to go get cobblestone to make the axe that's gonna chop the wood so we can build the house. And there's already a pickaxe that's used here. I think that's everything. I'll take time to do the rest. Current seating arrangement was a bit questionable. So this here will be the Cave of Fibs, because this was a minor transgression in comparison to the actual lie that we encounter. Was this cobblestone? It is. I wish they stopped making stones that look like cobblestone. 3 axes should do it, right? That's more than enough. In part 2, we ran into 2 caves, both of which were full of nothing. Well, one had a lot of... They both had a lot of coal. But I was looking for a ravine. That was back when my plan was to do this quickly, which is no longer the plan, to be honest. Like, why not take our time? Minecraft is supposed to be a relaxed game anyways. Meat is definitely worth it as food. I should definitely consider using the carrot farm to make a giant pig farm. But there is a limit to how many pigs you can have, which is a downside. And I forgot to make the axes, and I forgot to mine the wood. So first we need sticks. And the sticks are somewhere. There. That should be enough. 3 stone axes. Can use the excess stairs to build a small fire. Or cook stuff, actually. Gonna need a decent amount of dark wood. Because if I recall, stair building is not a very efficient transfer from different types of wood. Which makes sense. If you were making stairs out of wood, there would be a lot of wasted wood from shaping. But there's a limit to how realistic you want things to be. My plan to finish the house in this part is running bits close on time. There are currently 19 minutes left on what we're going to do for today. It's actually the second part I'm filming today. part 3 was filmed today as well. I need to really think schedule filming days and posting days and editing days. Don't actually need a date to edit. Basically just edit the day that I film. But posting days is the question because you're supposed to have a schedule. But so far I've been surprisingly hard to make one. Especially since like in 2-3 weeks I won't be available, so I need to make enough of a backlog that I can release during the time that I'm gone. Shouldn't be enough. The rest is birch blocks. I'm really thankful that wasn't actually a creeper. I need to replant birch. Gonna run out of birch. Oak is definitely the base building wood. Birch is good for... Hey, immediately some birch. The basic oak is definitely the best placeholder wood. And birch is definitely the best detail wood. So let's build a small reforest. One more tree should be enough. Another thing I saw. I've been thinking about the Yakuza series for something that I could play. And apparently they're all now on Game Pass, which is very good. And surprising. For some reason I always assume Japanese series just lean preference for PlayStation. But it's nice that one seems to have a soft spot for Xbox, at the very least. Very generous with Xbox. Also, since we're talking about Xbox, I saw the... Really? God damn it. Well, guess we're going to need another wood trip later. I saw the stuff for Halo Infinite, and I've got to say, while I didn't play Halo 5, I have mixed feelings about how they seem to be abandoning everything. Which is weird, because Halo 5 sold really well. For all the people that said they hated it, people bought it. Well, people played it. But considering all the Game Pass stuff, it doesn't seem like people buying is a priority of Microsoft anymore. Which is interesting. Like, games as a service has definitely evolved. I burned so much wood. We now don't even have enough for another... Well, we do, actually. We have enough for 2 more levels. Also, I'd be really disappointed if all the buildup of evil Cortana is for her to be destroyed immediately. Even if they made a new Cortana, like, you can't build up a main character and then destroy them immediately in the next game. Just be disappointing. Damn it. Now we're gonna have to get back up. So I hope they didn't do that. The gameplay looks good. Definitely seems to have taken the Doom approach, that not aiming down sights can still be a variable modern game. Which I'm not for or against. Like, it's nice that not every shooter's the same. But I think, surprisingly, it's going to be hard not to seem like a knockoff Doom, depending on how they do it. Well, maybe not a knockoff Doom. But probably a worse alternative. Because Halo combat in the campaign, or what people expect it to be, which is higher difficulties, isn't really fast. It's very, very slow and meticulous. How did I build on this side? Alright. I don't want to end up with one side way too long. See how quickly this is? I can actually be competent. Which is nice. Now we get to start the dirt ladder on this side. I immediately fucked up. Something that I made note of from the E3 this week is somehow without my notice, Russian games became big. Like, there were a surprisingly number of Russian games. Stalker 2 looked fun. Atomic Heart looked like Fallout style game. All entirely in Russian. Pretty cool. Like, when you think about it, it makes sense that Russian game market would grow with how synonymous gaming has become with Russians being in it. Maybe not in the more positive light, but they're there. Definitely nice. Like, it's good to have stories from different places. Like, might be interested what an our RPG might look like. Not just an American RPG and a Japanese RPG. Like, let's see RPGs from other places. Let's see shooters from other places. I guess when I say about Russians in the game industry... Wait, no. DayZ wasn't Russian, was it? I don't think so. But Russia is definitely a big part of gaming right now, and has been for a couple of years. I don't know if China will follow the same path, though. Chinese games are definitely popular, particularly in the more casual side of things. What other country is there? Well, European games. Ubisoft is from France. I don't know our British game producers. Need to look into that. Like, probably are a couple of producers from a bunch of them. I know that a Mexican one exists. I've seen the ad for skill classes from them. And they look fine. Also saw the Diablo remaster. I've never played a Diablo game. I feel like starting at the remaster of Diablo 2 might not be a good idea, but it sounds like it's at the very least is the one people seem to remember the most fondly. So maybe it wouldn't be terrible to play it. We are now out of birch. And now we'll have to look again, and I hope I don't make it into stairs once more. Besides that, during the presentation, there was Age of Empires 3, which looks good, I think. Definitely seems to have embraced a more fluid use of 3D. I wonder if we'll be able to avoid like the whole 3 thing of people just wanting to play 2. Particularly when they've serviced 2 so much the last couple of years. I fucked up. I really fucked up. I need to make it to that underpass. It walked in water. I need food. Need food. I don't have food. I can't move on the spot. He just mined my damn overpass. This saucy bitch. Please don't de-aggro. That'd be really annoying. One touch and he kills me. Come on. Just die already. I had read that this was fixed, but I'm really glad it wasn't. Like at some point, not complicated people... Well, with the addition of all the other ways to complete it... Wait, no. There's... Well, no, there is a shortcut. With the... Goblin piglins, there really isn't a reason to nerf the way of just straight up killing Endermen, which is what I'm planning on using in this playthrough. Just because it's not something I've ever done. Like if I had beaten it before, I'd probably be interested in new modes, but for now, I just want to do the classic. Have any cooked meat in here? I do not. I might consider doing like a skeleton hunt at some point. Since the Ender Dragon is our goal, probably would be good to build up on stuff to kill it at some point. I haven't decided if I want to go in blind or I want to actually watch stuff that teaches you how. Birch. That is something we needed to do. And there's some over there. I feel like they upped the drop rate for Enderman because so far we're 3 for 3. I have mixed feelings about saying we. Like, in every Let's Play I watch, it's always we, but... I'm the only one playing, and nobody's watching. So we... I'm not sure if it fits. That's definitely the downside of only watching big creators. Like, even just doing it for fun feels daunting. Even when you have no plans of growing. I think I'm going to go a bit long and actually complete what I was planning. Alright, I'm going to make the blocks here, so I literally can't accidentally make stairs. And just like that, with no fuck-ups. The useless traveling trader, which gives you nothing of use, ever, apparently. And my stairs now have grass. Definitely having mixed feelings about recording 2 of these in a day. It is surprisingly tiring when you're not used to it. Just need 2 more lines, and we'll be at the top. And I don't need to build anymore. And I can come up with a plan of what I'm supposed to do for the rest of the parts. Next part's probably going to be mining, or looking for a mine at least. because we've gone surprisingly long without finding a place to mine. I've seen videos where people prefer to just dig straight down, but that's not really my personal thing. I would much rather find a pre-built mine and set it up as a mine than just dig a hole and hope for the best. I did see something about Y coordinates 11 in the hints when you launch the game, and I am intrigued by what that means. Might not even look it up, so I can be surprised later. I think we're gonna need more dark oak. I am running impatient. So yeah, I have mixed feelings watching. Well, today, in the last week, I've watched... Damn it, we ran out. Multiple parts of E3. Definitely doesn't feel like the best one. Like, a lot of presentations left a lot to be desired. Like, if every presentation had been like Nintendo's, definitely would have been a more outstanding show. Not that Microsoft did badly, and PlayStation has apparently decided to do its own thing. Which makes some sense during quarantine. But I think at some point they'll have to throw a bone to industry standards. Well, I've never played Samus. I watched all the Samus announcements. It looks pretty fun, the new one that's coming out, and the new one that's going to be back to the first-person shooter, which the current games have been. But the 2D one, which apparently is the rebirth of a previously cancelled game, does look like a lot of fun. Especially the horror part that actually accentuates the dread that they mentioned in the title. Like, being chased by those things actually sounds frightening. I hope at the very least they don't let you kill them until later in the game. So you're running for the majority of the playthrough. It seems like a lot of fun. And of course, it's an E3 the last 4 years, so Zelda's re-announced, which I love. Breath of the Wild was fantastic. Breath of the Wild 2 is most likely going to be fantastic. And no amount of internet can really hate a Nintendo game enough for it actually to make a dent on Nintendo fans, of which I am one. It's the one console that's immune to haters, in my opinion. I'd actually forgotten the console wars were a thing. Like, just seeing bots fight on Twitter is how I was reminded that it's still going on, sort of, even though most of the fighters no longer exist. I wonder how many people realize just the sheer amount of bots that exist on Twitter. On every topic. Personally, I go to Twitter for reaction, even with the bots. It's nice to see actual people's immediate reaction. And I'll go to Reddit for commentary. Or discussion on the reaction. That's basically all the social media I use. I have a Facebook, but it's just chatting with people every once in a couple of years. With that, we should be complete. we'll be free from the thing we didn't have to do, but I decided we would. I'll definitely try to make the plan for the next parts to be more interesting. Not that. Well, guess interesting is in the eye of the beholder, correct? Now I want to do a certain style of roof. Thankfully, I don't remember how to do it. It'll be a future edition. It's like adding stairs in a certain way so it looks like a fold. Thankfully, I remember to do this. So yeah, this would have been part 4 of the Minecraft series. When this will be... well, I guess if I'm hearing this and you're watching this, or you're not. As far as when part 5 will be recorded, I think at the very least in 2 days. Because I don't think I can do 3 in a row. This is legitimately less tiring and more tiring than I expected. And we're gonna need one more birch. And we made too many axes too. Yep, so yes, I think I mentioned either in this part or in the last part. Twitch, if you see a recording on Twitch, it's gonna be basically a poor man's DVR. With the possibility of actual streams on the weekends. I don't know if that'll actually work. Like, to be honest, I don't know how into the recording I want to go. It would suck for the entire pastime to be about making content. Especially because there's no really reason to. But I am interested in... well, I have mixed feelings. It does add a reason for doing things, which can be nice. Like, I'm not just playing video games all day, I'm doing something with them. Which is a positive outwardly, while technically a negative inwardly. So, yeah. Guess I'll figure that out. One second. Oh dear. Gonna get rid of all this dirt. It's definitely not the nicest house. But it's a house. Still needs stuff in it, but it's a house. Didn't really make any rooms, though. Also, I had a plan, but I'm not doing it. Oh, fuck. It's inverted. Damn it! So yeah, this is now the house in part 2. Basically just added doors and a roof in 1 hour. I am not good at this. Any case, thanks for watching. This was part 4 of Minecraft. At some point we will have a schedule and a general plan of what we're doing. But thanks for watching and good night. This is Amardneron. Wait, no, I can't do that. Thanks for watching and good night. This is Amardneron. I need to write this down. Good night. Jesus Christ.